Yeah, sure. Let's work ourselves to death.
This looks like a good spot to place the bridge anchors.
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
Hey there. You wanted to talk about something?
Yeah, I've been thinking about the branching thing. It's so confusing.
Tell me about it.
I mean, remember how I told you about my body? The one I know versus this one? Well, I don't get it. Why is it exactly that we're created with different minds, like, different beverages or snacks, but then we all end up in the same packaging? It doesn't make much sense. I guess the technology isn't quite there yet. Maybe recreating a body different than the original is just complicated. I mean, all the medical issues, the rate of cell aging, that kind of stuff.
To be honest, I don't know shit about how this thing works.
Well, would feel good to be compatible with my outside wrapping.
Huh. I never looked at it that way.
I know, and honestly, I find it a little hard to understand. I mean, how can you be so careless about your body? It's the only one you'll ever have, man. Why'd you let it become so neglected?
I guess I just had more important things to do. Studying, settling down, buying a house.
Funny. Now that I look at it, you probably didn't have my motivation.
Which was?
Well, for me, it all started when I moved abroad. You know, after Mom died, I decided to stay there, and for a while it was pretty lonely out there.
Didn't you have friends?
Not at first, no. You can laugh, but I was a little apprehensive to jump into a new environment. It was just work and sleep, and some bad eating habits.
So that's when you started working out?
Out of boredom at first. Then, kind of became a fun thing. I made friends, started going out a lot, but by that time, the gym had become an important part of my routine. I drank less, slept better, and it just made me feel in control of my life, you know?
I get you. Now that you've told me the whole story.
Thanks. You know, maybe if I could get back to my routine here, at least in some way, it could really help me shake off all this anxiety. I'd probably sleep better, feel more like me. Do you think there's a chance you could help me get my hands on some exercise equipment here?
I could try.
Really? Thanks, bro. I knew I could confide in you.
Hey, so, how am I doing? According to your high standards? You want me to tell you? When you're successful, you know it. You don't have to run around asking people. Is success really all that matters to you? What else is there? Happiness? A person is only worth something if they live a happy and fulfilled life. Happy and fulfilled. Human beings are designed to always want more. It's the logic of evolution. I don't believe you never felt that drive to aim higher. I remember being very motivated in the first years of my studies. Motivated and competitive. Yeah. So, when did you stop pushing? I didn't want my life to be just about work. So when I got a good business offer, I thought it would be a smart way to have the cake and eat it. The beginning of a downfall. Why did you stay at the university? Because of a scholarship I didn't get. Wait, you mean the one we had in our pocket? But lost in the final round, yes. I took that hard. So did I. But it motivated me. I stayed to have a go at that scholarship next year, and I succeeded. Cost you your personal life, though. Probably the best thing that ever happened to me. It's simple, Jan. I'm successful because I'm the version of you that doesn't get discouraged by failure. Imagine what I could achieve in your role here. You better stop talking like a rogue AI, or I'll start worrying for real. Good. Worry. A little pressure won't hurt you. I have something for you. The exercise equipment you asked for.
Awesome, man! I knew I could rely on you. Can't wait to try these babies out.
issue we need to discuss. Let's meet.
Hey, something you wanted to discuss with me? Remember our little chat about success? Yeah. What about it? I wanted to suggest we push harder. Tell me. Crunch hours. Clean and simple. A lot of productivity is wasted on socializing, binge watching a series for the 100th time, or just pointless moping about. People can work till they drop, you know. It's been done before in emergency situations. Will we really be more productive? Just watch and rejoice. Of course they won't be happy about it, but it's a small price to pay. I guarantee that. Still, it doesn't sound like something I could keep up forever. No, but even doing it at small intervals can drastically speed up the completion of crucial tasks. Okay? Why not? I might just try it out. Excellent. Just don't wait until they get used to procrastinating too much.
Hey, friend. Good day, friend. This now? Should I go there next? There's nothing more to do. Should I go there?
Hey man, I can see you're bummed out.
Don't worry about it. It's nothing.
That's not true. Tell me what used to cheer you up. At home, I mean.
Cheer me up? Well, there was this elderly neighbor, that sweet granny type whose apartment always smelled of a freshly baked pie. I liked to visit her when I was feeling down. Listen to stories about her youth, her grandchildren. There was so much kindness and empathy in her.
Are you sure it was her stories that helped you, not the pie?
She was adorable, Jan. But that pie? I really had to hold back from having one slice too many.
Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next?
Hey, I found this. I brought it on this mission, but thought that maybe it could mean something to you too.
My lava lamp? You kept it?
Sure. It's one of a few cool keepsakes from our childhood.
Yeah. Mom and I like to sit by it in the evening, talking and joking. It reminds me of that period when life was challenging, but also really fucking great.
You again.
Hey, Fred?
That's ridiculously amusing.
You better watch your mouth, asshole.
What were you arguing about? Nothing. He's just oversensitive and can't handle a little bit of constructive feedback. Tell me more, please. What's there to tell? He cowers behind the mask of a hero who sacrificed his chance to get a proper education to stay with his mother, and he tries to judge me for doing the opposite. I don't think he's cowering behind anything. I think he's just as proud and judgmental as you. Pride without ambition is just arrogance. We're nothing alike. Are you sure? He gets shit done just like you, and he's a pain in the ass, also like you. Fair is fair. Maybe I underestimated him. See? Now go hug or something. Don't be ridiculous. Best I can do is give him the benefit of the doubt. Is there a problem? Listen, Jan, we're fed up with your mistakes. What do you mean, fed up? What is this? Morale is at an all-time low. You need to reevaluate your priorities or else. Or else what? Or else they will be reevaluated for you. What exactly do you want me to improve? Good leadership requires treating people as equals, or at least creating a credible impression of doing so. Stop ordering us around like puppets. I hear you. I'll do what I can. What was that about?
Just another valuable discussion with our most charming alter, who wanted life and feels sorry for us pathetic losers.
Details, please.
Do I really need to go through that again? That asshole attacked me for using Mom as an excuse for not pursuing my ambitions. Seems to me he's the one looking for excuses.
You're more alike than you think.
Yeah, dude, I know. We share a face.
It's more than that. You're both proud and stubborn. You feel like you have something to prove to each other, but you don't. Not with those sharp minds and
tongues.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not saying you'll be friends, but you could try to find common ground.
Fine. Maybe we'll bond over analyzing your shortcomings.
there's an issue we need to discuss. Let's meet.
What happened in the kitchen? You look pale. Mild food poisoning, that's all? The fridge may be malfunctioning. Oh, I'm so sorry. You must feel terrible. Don't get soft on me. I'd much prefer it if you stopped neglecting your responsibilities.
So, we completed the crunch.
Congratulations. And what are your thoughts?
I'm not sure. It's gonna take some effort to raise morale now.
Morale is a word invented by weepy trainees who mistake a professional workforce for toddlers in kindergarten. Can't you see how this experience shaped you into a fully grown leader?
It did?
You learned that sometimes achieving a goal requires being hard-headed. It can mean brutal methods, but it brings results.
Huh. Thanks.
Hello, Jan. So, do you have time for a little job evaluation?
You need me to take care of this?
Excuse me?
Great. I think there's room for improvement in the speed of your work.
You're joking, right?
How are you still not clean?
Hey, what's going on? What are you arguing about?
We got together to celebrate our progress, but it looks like we've reached the limits of a constructive discussion regarding our different views
We can't agree on the playlist. I say nothing beats good old rock and roll, but it seems our tastes got pretty rotten in some branches. Please, why can't we at least take it easy with the music? Chill out, calm our nerves. If you ask me, we should get us some turntables and launch a proper set. Turn this place into a club.
You might not have noticed, but I was trying to make a point. If you really have to listen to music now, pick something we can focus to and think about the challenges ahead. Ever heard of a surgeon celebrating while the patient is still on the operating table?
Yada, yada, yada. I bet your taste in music is just about as fresh as that patient.
That's because your narrow mind will never grasp the beauty of AI-fueled synth jazz.
Okay, guys, let's not kill ourselves over a stupid party playlist, please. You never said what you'd want to hear. Let's turn up those guitars. Now you're talking.
Unbelievable.
Look, there's definitely one thing we have in common. We are very emotional about a party playlist. Of course we are. Hey, I just realized something. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't we all start out playing with Frickle Pickle?
Oh my word. Just as I was fighting so hard to get that memory out of my mind. The very mention of that ludicrous name makes me want to die of humiliation.
Come on, it was a high school rock band. It had to be cringy to be authentic. I actually have fond memories. Blisters on my fingers from strumming those strings all night. Hey, remember that gig we had in a shed and the electricity died and we ended up moving to a total stranger's house for an epic after party?
And thank goodness that joke of a band broke up when everyone went away to college.
Speak for yourself. I got together with the guys several years later and we jammed on the weekends. And to think it all started with Uncle Martin's guitar.
He wasn't exactly a perfect teacher, unless you wanted to learn how to chug a bottle of beer in under 5 seconds.
That's because he was a musician, not a babysitter. Remember the first thing he made us play? Itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain, washed the fucker out.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't that.
I wonder if we'd even remember how to play that simple tune. I haven't touched a guitar in ages. I went back to fiddling with the instrument a little bit when we moved with Lena. Nothing serious, though. Tinkering with synth loops was more of my thing.
Luckily, we're not here to perform music.
You know what? You're right. We should definitely do it. You really are a genius. I bet we could write a song Uncle Martin would dig. All we need is a guitar. You up to it?
Jan, this is Maxwell. I have to say, I am disappointed.
What about?
Your wife, Lena Berg? I thought you were supposed to keep her out of this.
I'm sorry, man, but I have no control over her. She puts her oar into everything, you know?
Jan, this is no laughing matter. Your wife just accused me of negligence before the board. You do realize I am going to face a lot of scrutiny now. We are going to face it. Luckily for you, her ignorant meddling didn't delay the dispatching of your rescue mission.
About time.
Oh, so you're not happy with my methods either? Please don't make me regret stepping in to save you. At least tell me your cargo is all right.
My alters? They're doing fine.
I was asking about Rapidium.
Oh. It's safe.
It's interesting they were the first thing that came to your mind. Very telling. Have you created many?
I'm trying to keep their number limited.
Emotional about that as well? Well, you shouldn't be. Creating them can only increase your chances. You know, I did try to test the waters a little back home about the possible fate of your potential crew. And before your wife barged in with her self-righteous attitude and sabotaged all my subtle advances.
You mean you still haven't told anyone?
It's too early, Jan.
Why?
There's one thing you need to understand about those people. No one makes it to the board of a corporation for being nice. It's an award you get for putting the interests of stakeholders before anything else. Which boils down to being a passive opportunist with no moral center.
But I don't get it. My alters are in the interest of the corporation. I had to make them to bring back Rapidium, right?
Yes, but they're also a liability. Imagine an uncontrolled leak to the public. Moral outrage on socials, competition taking over the narrative. Heads would have to fall, Rapidium or not. No, we don't want them to panic.
Wait a second. Don't you work for them?
I work with them, Jan. Does it mean I can't have dreams of my own?
Dreams? What dreams?
Remember when I told you about our lives being governed by chaos?
And how we struggle to find a meaningful pattern in it.
You are experiencing it clearly now, aren't you? Well, ever since I learned about your discovery, I keep thinking about Rapidium as the opportunity for us to stop being slaves to chaos. That is why, contrary to the members of the board, I will sacrifice everything to protect your mission.
I'm not really sure I want sacrifice. It usually comes with a promissory note.
Then why did you run to your ex-wife for support? You prefer to rely on someone who has no idea about your situation?
At least I know I can trust her. I don't know much about you.
Fair point. Maybe you're right. I should have been more open with you.
About what?
You see, the career in management wasn't always what I had in mind for myself. I used to be a geneticist, preoccupied by scientific work, exciting, promising experiments.
So, the old research Lucas dug up.
Yes, it was mine.
You're responsible for all this. The mine records, the branching.
It's never just one person, Jan. But yes, I was in charge of that project.
Who commissioned these experiments?
I can't say any more, Jan. Especially when the board is all over me with their questions. For the very same reasons I had to discontinue my work. And this is where it gets tricky. Because if anyone from the board finds out what we've done together, they could get the wrong idea. If you know what I mean.
That you're experimenting again?
That I'm using the situation to turn things around for myself.
Aren't you?
That's quite a harsh accusation, considering the mess I've got you out of, Jan Dolsky.
Okay. I get it.
I'm not sure you do. You see, things may get harder for you soon.
Harder? How?
Well, there might come a moment when the interest of your alters, at least some of them, will differ significantly from yours.
Are you trying to scare me?
I just want you to prepare.
For what?
Tough decisions.
That's very cryptic.
Well, it's the best I can do. Remember, we're both in uncharted territory. Lucas is working on establishing the most convenient rendezvous point. He'll dispatch the coordinates to you as soon as he's found a good location.
Good. I'll be waiting.
In the meantime, wish me luck with the mess down here. I'll get back to you when the storm dies down.
I never thought I'd need to say it, but wow. Having a bed is awesome. Right? I was one night of sleeping on the floor away from blowing this whole thing up. Okay, I've got us a guitar. Now, what do we want to play? How about something from our old repertoire? We had a few hits up our sleeves.
For crying out loud, can't you just let it go? Do you really want to sing something a 16-year-old version of yourself wrote?
True. That could be a bit awkward. But we had some sick tunes. How about this? We could use one of our old tunes, but come up with new lyrics. Something fresh and relatable to, well, our audience.
And by audience, you mean?
Us, obviously. Let's write about us. What do you think, Jan? I like it. Let's get down to it. That's the spirit.
And what exactly would you write about?
Like I said, something relatable. We should write about us, our crew. What unites us, what divides us.
I would add something about the love that we share. All good songs are about love.
Right. We could have a few verses about things we lost along the way. Sounds like a plan. I'll take the first verse. You, Brainiac?
What about me?
You didn't think you'd get away with it, did you?
You're not gonna leave me alone, are you?
Nope. We're in this together.
Fine. Give me the shortest part.
And what'll you sing about?
Quantum mechanics? What else? Let's add some meaning to this pointless activity.
Okay, then. Jan, your turn. You take the second verse. What are you gonna sing about? I could sing about all the things we've been through. Well, that could work. You could start with something like, on the path I left behind.
How about, I made choices that were not always right.
Yeah, but I'm no longer left all by myself. Together, we can win this fight. All right, looks like we've got it.
Let's just get this over with.
Come on, even you can take the stick out of your ass once in a while. Okay, here goes. Growing up apart, We shared surprisingly common ground, feeling nothing more than regret. Till the coin got flipped around.
Things never said in quantum state now won't remain unspoken. The clock is unwound, the choice is unsound, could now reopen. What if I gotta spend a day with you again? Of all the things that I regret, it's losing you that truly hurts.
If I could take another turn, my life would never be the same. If I could get another chance today.
On the path I left behind, I made choices that were not always right. But I'm no longer left all by myself. Together we can win this fight.
And though it seems now anything could be undone, would you be really missing things if they were never truly gone? If I could take another turn, my life would never be the same. If I could get another chance today. Oh, if I could take us somewhere now, let us win this race against the sun and find a place where we could hide tonight. Did we stop again? Are we there already?
The base seems to be a bit wobbly. Are you sure we're not moving? More like